Okay, I'm about to embark on putting together my new computer. So I thought I'd give you an overview of the parts I'm going to use in my new setup. The current setup I'm using is 9 years old, and it works perfectly fine, except when it comes to content creating, video rendering, puts the big hurt on it. So time to upgrade. It's 9 years old. Let's start over here. This is my computer case. It can house everything. It's a Corsair 4000D airflow mid tower. There's a glass panel on the side. Next to that is a Peerless Assassin 120 CPU air cooler. I don't plan to overclock or go crazy. This is not a gaming computer. This is a content creator's build. So this should work fine. If it doesn't, then I'll just swap it out and use a liquid cooler. Next to that is a 850 watt power supply. And if I did my calculations correctly, at maximum power usage, I still should have 25% reserve. Up here are my Noctua fans, 4 of them. They're case fans. The Corsair case came with 2, so I'll have a total of 6 case fans. Next to that is my graphics card, Acer, Predator, BiFrost, Intel Arc A770. Chose not to go with AMD or NVIDIA GPUs as a personal choice. And this is the weak link in the system. If it proves to be problematic, Intel is coming out with a new GPU at the end of the year. So I'll swap it out then if I need to. Down here is my memory. G.SKILL Ripjaws S5, DDR5, 32 gigabyte per stick, so total of 64 gigabytes for the memory. Behind that is my motherboard, Asus ProArt Z790 Creator, and the brains I'll be running this system will be an Intel i9 13600K CPU. Next to that is a anti-bend frame for the CPU, makes everything a little more rigid. Down here is my Kryonaut thermal grease. Down here are some fan accessories, like a white cable and anti-vibration pads. Now I'm showing you my storage system, what I plan on using. I have two 2TB Western Digital Black NVMe drives, one 1TB Samsung drive, and a 2TB Samsung SATA SSD. So the plan is to use one of the Western Digital sticks as a operating system and programs. The second one be used as my working drive. The Samsung 1TB will be used as a cache drive. And this SATA drive, the 2TB SATA drive, probably will not be installing it, but I initially had envisioned using this as a archive drive. But I have a NAS system, a network area storage system, so I probably don't need that. So I think I have everything. The only thing I need now is some luck. Not to fry anything, not to break anything. and hopefully everything goes well. Stay tuned. So the first thing I'm going to do is prepare the case by installing the case fans. And already here I have my first change to the build. If you recall in the intro, I said I was going to use the 2 original fans supplied by the case, but I changed my mind. I'm going to replace those fans, and there are 3 reasons why. 1, the original fans were not of the PWM type. PWM stands for pulse width modulation. What the PWM allows is for the fan speed to be controlled digitally versus varying the voltage. Also, all my other fans are going to be PWM. So to be consistent, I'm going to replace the fans that came with the case. 2, I'm replacing the originals with larger 140 millimeter fans. The originals were only 120 millimeter. And 3, the original fans did not come equipped with anti-vibration pads. So you can see that the original fans were in the low end of the quality spectrum. And here's a picture of what the original case fan was. I was going to mount these up on top as exhaust fans, but now I changed my mind and going with different ones. There are going to be 3 intake fans and 3 exhaust fans. The intake fans are 120 millimeter in size, and the exhaust fan, one of them is 120 millimeter, and then the 2 top exhaust fans are 140 millimeter. All the fans are equipped with anti-vibration pads. Spin this around so you can get a better view. So you can see the 3 front, and then you can see the 1 rear. The 3 front intake fans are going to be controlled by 1 fan header. So you can see I ganged them. The 3 leads from the front exhaust fans go into 1, and they'll be plugged in to 1 fan header. The 2 exhausts are going to be controlled by 1 fan header, and the rear exhaust by another. So that'll be a total of 3 fan curves that I'll have to tune. You would thought that this would be a straightforward installation, but no. You know, it wasn't just screw them in place. It's screw them in place, unscrew them, then screw them back into place. This is because the screws that came with the fan manufacturer didn't fit the case very well. Most of the screw heads were pulling through the mounting holes. Fortunately, the case came with fan screws, and they worked fine. I'm not electing to install the power supply at this point, just so the case will be lighter and thus easier to handle. What is next? Probably the motherboard, but stay tuned. Let me spin the case around a little bit just to give you a tour. So this is the front of the case with the 3 intake fans. Now there's going to be the grill is not on, so there will be a grill on this, so you won't see the fans. This obviously. Then here's the rear. Nothing to see on the back side. There's the back. So the power supply will be down here, and these are for SATA drives. There was a cage over here for hard drives, mechanical hard drives, but I'm not using those, so I'm gonna leave the cage out. And you can see how some of the cable management is going. These are cables from the front panel controls. That's it for now. Onward.